We now have a rake of complete tipper wagons. These are all fully functioning with their doors opening without falling off the track, etc. They've all been fitted with these extremely nice wheels. These are Mosquito kits wheels. They're 6.2mm diameter wheels, and very, very fine they are too. The only alteration I've made is to grind the ends of the axles off very quickly, which I did with one of these miniature sanding belt sanders from eBay, 38 quid or so from eBay, and I've just taken the ends off all the axles and then blackened them. But other than that, they're straight from Mosquito, and as I say, very, very nice they are, these little axles. Love them. Anyway, finished wagons. These four are identical. However, this end one is a sort of type A converter, and you can see it's got dumb buffers on the right and a dropped frame on the left with the traditional 009 coupling on there. And I've made two versions of this. This is, if you like, a left-handed one, and the other is a right-handed one with the dropped coupling frame on the other end of the wagon, so that you can have one at each end if you like, or if I like, while still having the tip direction the same. Now, I've used a Pico GR102, I believe it is, coupling on this. It took a bit of working to get the drawing absolutely right, so it just clipped in and does its job. But if I just advance the loco, it just clips on absolutely fine. And that is basically it. I have not yet fitted couplings between the wagons. The default is they will have permanent chain links between them. We'll see. I'm having a play with printed choppers just to see if I want to do that, but remains to be seen. The other thing with this is the wheels, as I say, I've talked about. Whoops, get it in focus. How they're restrained. They just drop into the axle horns, and then the bottom of the horns are cross-drilled. I have printed holes, but they need opening out a fraction, and you can just see bent wire keeps. One has to be very careful doing the second bend, just to make sure you don't break them off, but it's perfectly viable to do. And that of course is lower than the axle, so there's a bit of play, and they're nice and free to turn. So they're reasonably free running, so that's not a problem. The weight, you can see painted grey just above my supporting finger there, and also you can see in between the timbers of the chassis there. You can see a strip of now grey painted lead there, just to help stability a bit. There's no glue involved in this. It's just all held together by nickel silver wire, which is bent, and the ends are very carefully bent over and trimmed short after assembly, and the whole thing works quite well. So you can see it's stable enough, and that's going to work in practice on the layout. So I'm perfectly happy with those, and I now just need to paint them up and couple them up, and I shall make myself a couple of rakes of those, and they'll really do very, very nicely. After priming, of course, I did with this, I polished them with talcum powder, brushed it all in and polished it out, and of course, as usual, that helps with the motion no end. And once I've painted them properly, again I shall brush talcum powder all over them and brush it into the innards and blow it all out, and that'll ensure free operation. So, working wooden bodied tippers in 009, that's what we've got.